What's up, coders? I got some time for another episode today, so I'm going to show you how to make a projectile in My Homie the Gnomie. So if you remember, we're right here. We did some cool stuff. Oh, I found a glitch earlier today. If you jump just at the right, there, look at that. You can like levitate into the side of the platform. We're going to leave that one for now. First thing, I don't know. I think the platform being in the background is going to be better for us in the long run. So to fix that, basically draw sprites, this yellow block, it just draws sprites in the order they were created. So right now it draws the gnome first, then it draws the ground, then it draws the platform. So we want to actually put the platform onto the top, and then that way the gnome is drawn after the platform, and now the gnome is in front of the platform. Now we have a similar issue where the legs go inside the platform, but I don't know, pretend it's 3D. Maybe we could do some parallaxing in the future. For now, I'm going to leave that. And this looks a little better. You walk in front of the platform. You can still levitate into the middle of the platform, but that's he's hanging on with his hand. All right, anyway, so we're going to add a projectile. So we want the gnome to be able to shoot something forward out of his maybe eye. Ooh, let's shoot a gnome with laser beams coming out of his eyes. It's going to be our goal. So what does a laser animation look like? It's going to be pretty simple. We just have to make basically a really small sprite. That's going to be our laser beam. So we're going to adjust our size to maybe, I don't know, 8 pixels wide by 2 pixels. And I got to not maintain the aspect ratio. 8 by 2. Resize. Laser beams are obviously red, green, or blue. So a gnome laser beam, I'll just go with a classic red. And let's go ahead and dump that. There we go. And this will be my laser with a Z. All right. Code and interruptions. All right. So now laser beam. Laser. I know, lasers with an S, but I like the Z laser. So laser, we'll make that laser dot set animation to be laser. And then we don't want the laser to be visible until the gnome is shooting. So we're going to do laser dot visible is false. So now the laser exists on the screen. I'm actually going to hide it off. It's right in the middle if I made it visible. It's right there. I want it to be off the screen so it doesn't accidentally hit something in the middle of the game. So we're going to put it to like x of 0, y of 500. So now it's like off the bottom of the screen. I gotta shrink this a little. Alright, so we have a laser beam. And now we want to do it. Oh, I said I was going to do WASD controls. So key went down W, left is A, right is D. All right, WASD. And then to shoot, we're going to do enter key. So if I know I need to put some of this into like this part, I should probably put into a different function. There's a lot to do, one step at a time. So if key went down enter, then we want to make the laser beam shoot. So now where do we want to spawn the laser beam? So the gnomes, let's look how many pixels tall. Sorry, I got itch in my throat. The gnome is about, it says it's it's 136 pixels tall. So divide that by 2. It will give us 70 times 2 would be 140, so a little less than 70, 68. 68 times 2 will give us 136. So 68 pixels is going to be the exact middle of the gnome. So the thing with sprites is that they spawn, like where you put them, its XY coordinates, is the dead center of the sprite. So if I put gnome at 200, 200, then its middle pixel is going to be at 200, 200. And it looks like about, so 46, now I'm looking at the bottom right down here. 46 looks like about where his eyeball is, so 68 minus 46 is 22. So 22 pixels above where the sprite is located is where we want to shoot the laser beam out of. Look at that math skills. So if key went down enter, then I want to make, first I want to update the laser's X and Y coordinate. So it's right where the gnome is. So laser.x equals gnome.x. And laser.y equals gnome.y, and I said plus 12. Oh man. And plus is going to move us down, so we actually want to do minus. There we go. So now if I press enter, the laser beam appears right at the gnome's eyeball. And if he's in the air, it'll appear where he is. So now we want to make the laser start shooting. So we're going to give it an x velocity. Laser.x equals, let's give it 5, and let's see how that looks. So, ooh, if I'm walking backwards, that's a cool. I don't know. Because of how our background, it's not actually the gnome moving, remember, it's the background moving. So when if I shoot and then I walk this way, it looks like the laser beam stopped. What do I want to do about that? So if I'm pressing A, then I need to I mean, this is good for now. I think we'll come up with a better solution later, but for now we have one laser beam that gets shot out. Maybe if I just make it a little faster, it'll be less noticeable. Yeah, I mean it's a little better if it's faster. You can't quite tell. So, all right, we have a projectile. Now the next thing would be, like, we're gonna probably add some enemies. So once I have an enemy, then I can shoot. I don't like quite how small the laser is, so I'm gonna make it just a little bit bigger. Let's go maybe 10 pixels by, or let's go 12 by 4. Resize. Color pick. Dump. Code. Run. There we go. A little more visible. Alright, so we have laser beams shooting out of our gnomes. My Homie the Gnomie eyeballs. And when you're facing left, I guess we should also shoot to the left. Let's do that. How do I know if the gnome is facing left or facing right? Well, right now we have an animation, but there is no way to check the animation that is currently set on the sprite. So we're going to need a new variable. that keeps track of if the gnome is facing left or right. So var direction equals, this is going to be a string variable. And let's start out, I know when we start, the gnome is facing left, so I'll put that, direction equals left. And now, when I press A, then direction will be left. And if I press D, then direction will be equal to right. And now we can do an if statement that says if I press enter, then if direction is equal, so in JavaScript, two equal signs is how you check if something is equal to something else. One equal sign assigns it to be equal. So now if direction equals left, then I want to set the laser velocity to -10. Else, if the direction is right, then I want to set the x velocity to be +10. All right. So now when I press enter at the start of the game, shoots left, shoots right. And now we can do some weird, well, thankfully I only have one bullet right now, so if I spam enter, it just comes back. I don't know what the max number of lasers, maybe we just don't let him shoot a new laser until it's off the screen. I don't really want to do the code for multiple lasers right now. You could check out how I did multiple flowers falling, and it would be a similar kind of code for multiple laser beams. But for now, we're just going to have one laser projectile. And the way to get rid of this is to just make it, if I press enter and a laser is being shot, then I don't want to be able to shoot another laser beam. So, we'll need another variable, go figure. Anytime we want to keep track of anything, shooting equals false. And then if key went down and I'm not shooting, then I can do that. And then I'll set shooting equal to true. And then I will just need a way, I'm going to put this, well, I'll need a way to check if the bullet is gone. So if the y if laser, if the x coordinate dot x is greater than 400 or laser dot x is less than 0, then shooting equals false. All right, finally, let's clean this all up. I should have started with this, but I'm sorry, I didn't. Shooting manager, and we'll take this stuff and paste it. Oh, it's not going to work. Let's try pasting it in text mode. There you go. And then I'm just going to call in controls. I'll just call shooting manager. All right, let's see if that works. I can't spam it, but if I'm spamming, as soon as it gets off the screen, I can shoot another one. So now we have one laser beam at a time. My Homie the Gnomie shoots a laser out of his eye wherever he's at. And I guess next episode will be enemies and making it so the laser beam can shoot the enemies, and then some kind of collectible. Oh, I was going to add a song. I already looked at some of the songs, and I really like one for this game. So let's go ahead and check that out. I was really thinking about using, I think it was Eerie Beginnings. Oh, my volume's down? That's a bummer. You can't hear it. But I'm going to leave that song for now. And you'll be able to check it out next time. Or if you play the game, in the comment section, let me know what you're thinking. Make sure you like and subscribe. Tell your friends. We're all going to make an epic Game Lab game before the end of, before winter break. So hopefully you guys can use this Game Lab as a tool to make your own amazing game. Get some ideas from here. Impress me. Do something cooler than I'm doing. Till next time, coders. Have a great day.